Unless you've been living under a rock for the last week and a half, you're likely familiar with the outrage that both the far left and the far right have been throwing out over their policy that the Trump administration has of separating children from their parents when they're caught crossing the border illegally. Both sides have their talking points, and both sides likely have good reason for why they think about this topic the way that they do. I'm not here to toss stats and figures and pie charts at you. Anyone can make a pie chart that says anything, and unfortunately we live in a world where all it takes is a well-made meme for someone to believe something. I could spend hours on some government website compiling data, and it wouldn't matter one bit because, let's be honest, you just can't trust anything politicians, government employees, or the news media says anymore. It's sad, but it's the truth. So why did I put on this goofy mask and start rambling into this camera? Well, first of all, I did it because I think it's funny.
Hello? I didn't hear you, I'm sorry. It's way too long.
But second, I'm doing this because I want to talk about the hypocrisy of a certain group of people who claim to care about this issue. For years now, almost my entire life on this planet, the U.S. has been doing this very thing. It started under Bill Clinton, it continued under George W. Bush, Obama continued it, and depending on your source, Obama either got really lax on it or cranked it up to 11, but regardless of where you fall on that point, he still did it. Trump is still doing it, and by all accounts, he's doing it precisely the way that our government wrote into law all the way back in the 90s under President Clinton.
That's not all that's under me. Am I right, ladies?
Hello?
Now, before I move on, I want to sidestep here to another issue that I'll probably make an entire video about later, but it's worth mentioning here. Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, and Donald Trump are not the kings of the United States. They aren't micromanaging the country, or at the very least, they shouldn't be. Clinton didn't personally start this. Obama wasn't at the border personally picking off kids from their parents. Trump shouldn't be telling border control what to do. The way this is supposed to work is Congress writes laws. The president signs or vetoes them, and those laws are carried out by the appropriate authorities. Trump doesn't get to just snap his fingers and change how things are done. Some of our previous presidents seem to think that that's how it works, and to be fair, that's probably why so many of our ill-informed citizens think that that's how this works, but it isn't. For all the goofy things Trump does or says, one thing he's really doing well is following the law the way that it is written. Not perfectly, not every time, but he's doing it more than the last 3 or 4 commanders-in-chiefs that we had. Now, I wrote this down, and then after doing so, Trump goes off and signs an executive order addressing this issue. Looks like I got another video topic to do. We have become a society of people that only cares about things when it benefits our ideology or our political position or our religious ideals. This practice of separating children from criminals isn't new. When you do something illegal or put a child in harm's way, government authorities come in and take your children away. Sometimes they way overreach, and that's a topic for another video, believe me. I've got lots of opinions on government coming in and taking kids away from parents. But a lot of the time, they're doing it for the child's safety, because the parents of said child decided that safety wasn't super high on the list of things they should be providing for their kids. Meth heads, get their kids taken away. Gas station robbers, get their kids taken away. Moms who leave their kids in the car in the middle of a hot summer in Florida, get their kids taken away. Dads who leave their 4-year-olds at home alone so they can go play Pokemon Go, they get their kids taken away. Parents who make a dangerous trip across our border illegally, get their kids taken away. People who send their kids out into the wilderness alone, get their kids taken away. People who let strangers use their kids as tickets to getting into the country, only to be abandoned once they get what they want, get their kids taken away. This isn't new. The only thing new about this is that people can now use this as a way to push their ideology. These kids are being used as a prop to generate clicks, ad revenue, and points in whatever stupid game they're playing. Honestly, it's pretty disgusting. Next time you see a photo on the internet and you're tempted to use it as a way to yell and scream about how much better you are than the people that you disagree with,
am I saying that I'm better than you? I guess I'm going a little further than you are. Yeah, I'm better than you.
Pause, take a deep breath, and remember, someone out there is trying to manipulate your emotions to score points and make money off of it. Just be careful. Think before you post ridiculous things.